All right, ready? You need to explain that on the podcast because I was trying to figure out. I'm like, this guy is he making a joke about something? Is it something? Is Dogma supposed to be penis? Like, what the fuck is it supposed? Like, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, break the code before I meet you, but I guess you cleared it up right now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into like everything, how you got into content creation, how you got into آره یه چه record داره. Oh, there's no way. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. This is your host Shanti. Don't forget the Manti. Welcome back to the Room 104 podcast. I have Vazgen Hopar, the legend himself, and his protege, Rich Nathan, who is also making his way through into content creation. How are you guys doing today?
Feeling amazing. DOLMI PSHUR.
There's no fucking way. I need to address this first because I've been trying to research this for the past 2 weeks. I don't know what the fuck Dogmi Pressure is. So what the hell is Dogmi Pressure?
DOLMI PSHUR is when you eat the dolma and then you take a bite and then the inside of the dolma starts dropping in your plate, like the rice and everything. That's the PSHUR.
Huh?
So
Okay.
DOLMI PSHUR in your plate.
What was the origin behind Dogmi Pressure?
So 2019, Thanksgiving Day, I was just chilling on my homie's couch.
Okay.
Shout out to my boy Emin, if you're watching.
Shout out Emin.
And then I went live. You know, I decided to go live. I was bored. I was like, let's see what's going on. And then a bunch of people started joining.
Okay.
A lot of Armenians joining. And then this guy started like just talking shit, like going like roasting me. And then I don't remember what he said, but then I looked at him and I was like, I DOLMI PSHUR. He took it as an offense. You know, he thought it was like a cuss word, but it's not really anything. It's not anything bad. So everybody was like, hold on, pause. Like, this is actually funny. You got to keep like using the word
On the live.
Yeah, on the live.
Okay.
Everybody started commenting DOLMI PSHUR. Like, it's like whole comments. And then ever since that day, it became a thing.
Right.
So,
Okay. Ever since you commented Dogmi Pressure on the TikTok, I was like, okay, first things first. I didn't know your like username. I had just seen your videos. I hadn't done any extensive research into you. But when I started looking at it, all I saw was Dogmi Pressure on the comment section. I'm like, what is Dogmi Pressure? I look at the comments. I'm like, oh, I know this guy. This guy's been on my feed. You've interviewed Michael Passion. You've had Jack Jr. And then you've had all these other different. Did you have maybe Basmajan yet or no?
not yet.
Not yet, right?
Yet.
Okay, so I saw a couple of yours, and I'm like, oh, okay, so I get it. You're into street interviews. You've done content. How long have you been doing street interviews?
I started 2018, and then I was doing like pranks, and then after that, I just like transitioned to like interviews, and then slowly just worked my way up ever since. And then when COVID hit, I started going like even more extra hard, like Hollywood, you know, where the stars are, and then just everywhere, Glendale, starting from my city, basically.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. When did you start making content?
Eddie actually brought me into making content. The first day I made content was David Dobrik's Pizza. And
Oh, shit?
yeah, so Eddie just like hit me up and it was like an opportunity. So we went and we ended up interviewing like Nick Antonian and all these people.
Oh, wow.
On my first day, yeah. Eddie
Oh,
was-
wait, so when you interviewed Nick Antonian, you were there?
Yeah.
That was your first time?
That was actually I have a bunch of videos with him,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
the
okay.
first day when I hit him up, it was the grand opening of Dobrik, the pizza place.
Got it.
So everybody was there, and then we went to the VIP section, and then after that went to the after party, and then all the celebrities, and just, ever since that day, he got into it, and then we just kept going.
Got it.
Ever since that day, we've been recording together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So were you also doing the same thing that he was into, or were you doing something separate?
Yeah, I started off with interviews,
Same way.
yeah.
Same route.
same route.
Okay. Okay. Why street interviews for both of you? What drew you towards street interviews specifically?
Because I was doing pranks, like just messing with people. I was doing more like, just like English, like, everything in English.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what? Let me switch it up and do something that nobody ever did. Just teaching people Armenian and teaching people just like funny words, made up words that just nobody ever did it. So I was like, okay, let me just do it and see how it goes. And I did it, and I was the first person doing it. So it just started taking off.
It did take off. I was looking at some of like your analytics from like, obviously you have coming from content to content creator, like we look at those numbers, even though people say like, I don't care about the numbers. Kakeskere, you look at the numbers. So like when I was looking at I don't know if you had been succeeding beforehand, but when I started seeing like your TikToks pop up on a regular basis and the likes kind of going up, I'm like, oh, okay, he's doing something right. You were doing something different. I hadn't seen a content creator approach random people and teach them Armenian. Like, that's crazy. Like, I haven't seen that. That's an original idea. Because you took street interviewing and you put a spin on it, right?
Exactly.
What inspired you to do that?
So the whole prank situation,
Yeah.
you know, if everybody's watching, they know who Vitaly is, the biggest Russian prankster.
Yeah,
like,
the original who used to do that shit.
Yeah, he was one of the first people that basically put everybody on the game. And I started watching Vitaly and got inspired.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? There was another guy named Mino. He's actually right now one of the biggest Tunisian pranksters out there. We used to do content together. And then Vitaly actually inspired me a lot, you know. And then I was like, you know what? Let me actually just get into pranks. But then the interviewing is just like, it just came to me. I don't know. Like, I just told myself, you know what? Just be different. Like, just go out there and just do something that nobody ever did.
Right. Did you feel the same way? What was
I
your angle?
I just started interviews because Eddie was already doing them. And
Okay.
When we pulled up, he's like, you have to interview Nick and Tony. And like,
Oh, shit, you did it like that?
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Wow.
My first interview, I always wanted to be like a creator. So.
Were you like, did you get nervous when you saw?
I was so nervous. I was like starstruck. I'm like, what the heck? I have to interview him now?
Shit.
Like, yeah, it was crazy.
Did you have any like questions right off the bat that you had to ask him? You didn't. I know you probably didn't give him any questions to ask him. You're just like, go interview him.
No, I just gave him the mic and I was like, just keep going. Like, just start talking.
Eddie, off the top of his head, he does everything. He doesn't have a plan for anything.
You know,
he starts recording and goes.
Oh, you know, I really respect people like that because there's nothing more funnier and original than someone who could just think off their feet and just operate without a structure, which it can lead to like big time mistakes. Like you could say something that's like cancelable and you're done. But I like how you just don't give a shit. I admire that a lot. For you, the Nick Antonian experience, out of 5, what would you rate it?
Like
for your first time.
It was crazy. It was a surreal time, like an 8 or 9. We're all like me scared, nervousness.
Yeah.
Oh, nervousness. I was probably like.
You almost 9. Had a boner.
What the fuck?
Eddie's wild.
Was the camera like above waist or was it full body shot?
It was a full body shot.
Fuck.
I did it though.
Okay. Wait, the boner or the interview?
The boner. I did it.
Were you born here?
I was born in Kuwait.
Okay.
And I went to private American school. And then at the age of 12, I moved. I went to Iran.
Okay.
I lived there for like 6 years, 5-6 years. And then came to America. Better future and some DOLMI PSHUR.
Were you also Kuwaiti Armenian or no?
No.
Okay.
I was born here and I'm Portuguese, Filipino, and white.
Nice.
I'm not even Armenian.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, but I speak a little bit Armenian because hanging out with this guy right
He taught you?
Yeah.
But he grew up with Armenians, though, pretty much.
Yeah, who'd you grow up with?
Well, I grew up in Glendale, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What words do you know?
I don't know.
You can't think of off the top of my head? This is my turn to throw you under.
My words that I know?
Yeah.
Intra sosum, intra sonum,
If you drop the K word right now.
K word.
Yeah, the K word.
I might, but
yeah.
I don't know. See, Eddie
I
doesn't
made
even know.
it.
Oh.
I wonder if he knows that word. Yeah, has he taught you like any cuss words or no?
Not really.
No? Okay,
Just
good.
There's one that you know, bro. There's one that you know.
Well, I know a couple, but.
Be careful.
Tungaves.
Could you please say that again?
Dila Tungaves.
Tila Tangaves. Wow. You are Pars guy for sure. What was something that when you first started, when did you start again? You started
2022.
Like a year ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
like a
you're
year
fresh.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was like a difficulty that you personally experienced when you started?
Well, me, I was like pretty shy. So just getting out there, asking random people on the street, can I interview you for TikTok? Getting like rejected and stuff. Getting like overcoming that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, just getting out of my comfort zone, basically.
Was it the social part that was
yeah.
kind of okay?
I mean, like, I'm social with my friends, people I know, but when I'm coming out to, like, random strangers,
Well, yeah,
it's just
different beast.
It's weird. It's weird. It's different. Like,
Yeah.
not a lot of people go around on the streets asking for interviews.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, unless
Yeah.
you're him.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what about you?
Like the difficulty.
Yeah, what was like
when I
the
first
original?
started,
Yeah,
what I'm gonna say to the person, or I was kind of like, okay, he's gonna reject me or she's gonna reject me, and then I was like, you know what, let that rejection be something like, let me turn that into something positive and just break the ice.
okay.
And it would just basically it wouldn't be for a long time. It was just a couple months of me just having that hard time of, okay, like me going up to somebody, what I'm gonna say, how it's gonna go down, what if it turns into a fight or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I stopped thinking about it. I was like, you know what, let me just go with the flow. Whatever happens, happens.
How long did that take you?
Just a couple months. And then after that, I broke the ice and I was like, you know what, I think I got it.
Yeah. When was the do you have like the specific moment where you knew you had something? Like you just talked about it. You're like, "Oh, I found that moment where I broke through."
Yeah.
Did you what did that look like? Was it when you posted the video and you got the reactions, or was it right before you filmed? You're like, "I have a good feeling about this one." What was it? And this could go for you too as well.
It was more like when I posted when I was recording the video with that person, and it was like anywhere, a parking lot. I would just basically, when I was first starting, I didn't care. Like I would be it would be a homeless guy just sleeping, you know, just
Right.
go wake him up, just interview real quick, in the middle of Hollywood. Like seriously, like we just go like
I believe you.
go into like random store like Target or whatever, just
Right.
Walmart. Basically, I would basically film and then I would look at the video. It would be that feeling where like, okay, you know what, this is something that you could actually post,
Right.
and everybody's gonna relate. Everybody's gonna like want to comment.
Yeah.
This is something that's gonna touch people, and it's funny.
Yeah.
And then obviously like the quality and then the way you're supposed to like edit and everything, put it out there, that also matters too. So
Yeah.
I would basically just go off like the vibe. If the person is giving good reaction, I just kept going.
Got it. Did you feel the same way? What was your kind of like
Breaking point?
Yeah, breaking point.
I would say probably, well, I was doing interviews and posting, and I wouldn't get too much results. Like, I would get views and stuff, but it wasn't, like, too crazy. But then I think when I did this one interview where I interviewed two of my friends, and I asked, what's the capital of the USA? And they say Sacramento.
Oh, my fucking God.
And it just, like, it...
Are you still friends with them?
Yeah.
We were just at Palm Springs. They were there.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Buy him a fucking
I was like,
Giaga.
getting in this.
So I did that video, and it didn't really take off.
Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
They were unironically, they said Sacramento.
Yeah.
They meant it.
Yeah, both of them at the same time.
Well, they were drunk as fuck. They were tilik sakhvat.
Okay,
Yeah.
love the morati.
But still,
That's
at
different.
the same time, Sacramento doesn't. Well, how do they both think that?
And then one of the pages from Sacramento, like
Reposted
one of the
it.
big pages that actually post like funny videos, ended up reposting his video.
Yeah,
and
it
something
got,
like
like,
crazy.
it got like 500,000 views, and I'm like, what I'm doing is like people actually like it. I'm like, I need to like start doing more content and just double down. Yeah.
Okay. And how long ago was this video that
This
came
was
out?
like a while ago, probably a year ago.
Year
already.
ago?
Yeah.
Damn. For me, I have.
Sugar.
Oh yeah, take the sugar, man. This poor kid has been suffering
Yeah, that's fun.
Just dump everything in.
with like charcoal tea. Try to mix that shit in. I want to see you taste test it. Keep in mind he hasn't tried. Okay, damn, bro. Fucking church bells, bro.
My bad.
Trying to wake up the chickens or what?
The fryer tuck is gonna come out of the window
Let's
now.
try it.
Let's see the snake.
Ooh, it's really
You're
good.
lying out of your ass right
No,
now.
it's good. I like it.
Okay.
It
Tesar?
tastes a lot better with the sugar.
Really? Okay, tesar haya. Esmertagan haya. Like, I don't know if you guys feel this way, but when I post something, I'm just trying to get at least one person or however many people I can get, at least one person I can like make them smile
Yeah.
or like make them laugh.
Yeah.
That positive interaction is worth sleepless Sundays.
Yeah.
You know, because I edit on Sundays. Give me like a present, like an immediate goal that you have with your content and your content, and give me a long-term goal that you have.
My goal is to hit my followers to like Instagram like 20, 30, or 40.
Okay.
before December because I'm going to Armenia December 27.
Okay.
And by the time I hit that many followers, I'm trying to do shows and basically like like Gibo Hopar.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
so-
him. He's a funny person. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jibo Hopar is hilarious.
Gibo is hilarious. Shout out to Gibo. But
Shout out to Jibo, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to do something like shows.
Yeah.
But right now like maybe stand up comedy too.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for the following to be the right following.
Right. Okay.
Long-term goal, that's hard. I don't know, but right
Well,
now,
I mean, you just started. Like, I
Yeah.
would assume that that's gonna be a difficult
Yeah.
question to answer. But
right now, I want to make the best videos possible. I need to post more. That's all I need. I'm focused on right now, really.
the toughest part is consistency.
Yeah,
If you
that's
can
hard
knock that
too.
down, then
'Cause
you're good.
I have to edit all my videos, post my videos, record my videos.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
So.
This could be applied to you as well, because when you're in Middle Eastern, Asian, background, your parents are like, okay, doctor, lawyer, that bullshit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
did you guys have a lot of support when you guys were starting out, or did it just happen?
When I was starting out, it was probably like, I don't know. My family would say, I mean, they would support me,
Mm-hmm.
but they wouldn't really see that spark. They wouldn't really see like there's something that's gonna happen at the end.
Right.
There is like open doors like at the end of the road
Mm-hmm.
that it's gonna be something good.
Yeah.
So I basically just kept going. I just didn't really, I would say, it's your opinion. I love you and everything, but I know there's something coming
Right.
because all that hard work, you just give up right away. It's just going down the drain.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
I agree.
you can't just because if you give up on one thing, that means you're gonna give up on everything else in life.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no point. You just have to keep doing it. If you start, there's no way back.
Yeah.
I mean, my parents, they still want me to go to college and
Yeah.
pursue that, but like this is my dream, so like this is what I'm gonna do and chase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Right now I'm 18. I'm turning 19 next week.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You 18?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
To-
What? I don't
I
understand.
would, basically, what that means is you caught a bird. You caught a baby bird. So you can.
That's hilarious.
Now we got enough of like your content. What is like your most embarrassing moment that you've had of recent memory or like that you've had in your life that you were like,
Like-
I don't want to be here tomorrow? Like that level of shame.
The most?
Yeah.
Okay, so Ike's, right?
Yes.
Like the sandwich spot, like it's like Subway.
Oh, for some reason I thought of Mike and Ike's, like the candy. Never mind. Okay,
No,
yeah,
Ike's.
Yeah.
So my friend put me on, and he was like, "Hey, we should go to Ike's because we were in Glendale, and then he was supposed to pick up his BMW from all the way to Orange County. I don't know, like
Such an Armenian circumstance, bro.
so I picked him up, and he was like, I need a ride or whatever.
Yeah.
I picked him up. We go together,
Uh-huh.
hot as fuck, and
Your boy?
huh?
You were talking about the
It's hot as fuck, like outside.
the what?
I was driving like shirtless. Everybody's like looking at me like, what's going on? Like, damn, dirty minded.
I was like, Jesus Christ. Because you just said hot as fuck. I was like, what? The car, the dude? What are you talking about, bro? I was like,
No,
shit.
no, outside, bro.
Okay.
And then I'm driving shirtless, and everybody's like looking at me like weird. I'm like, bro, I don't care. I'm just gonna keep,
Yeah.
keep going. We pick up his car, tired as fuck. We're like, okay, what should we eat? My homie's like, okay, Ike's. All right, I don't know nothing about Ike's. John Javotis Verdaya.
Oh,
John Jimmy's.
John Jimmy. You know what John Jimmy's is?
No.
Fly meats.
Fly meat.
Fly
Armeens
meat?
will come up with stupid words
Yeah.
and we'll just like tots khalink. Like this. Like, tots khalink is like wet booger.
I mean, Khalinka Arten Tata.
yeah, but chor khalink elka.
Oh, I think
You forgot chor
Oh,
khalink.
yeah, Chor Khalink.
Chor khalink has a little. Chor khalink is dry and it has a little bit of blood at the edge.
Some
That's
words, some
hilarious.
stuff in Armenian, if you want to translate, makes absolutely no sense in English.
Zero.
It's just weird. People look at you like example, like boy, man, I might die for your height. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any sense.
Like
So it's funny because it rhymes though?
yeah, that's it. We just get a kick out of it because it
Oh.
rhymes.
See, it never explained that. I'm like, I don't understand the translation. Because, like, fly me, I'm like, what's fly me? You know?
Like there's so many you can come up with, and the
Yeah.
more random they are, the funnier. If you were driving shirtless,
Yeah. We pick up the car, and then
Yeah.
my friend is like, let's go to Ike's. I don't know nothing about Ike's. He's like, it's like Subway, similar to Subway, but better. But little do I know, it's like I don't know what was going on. Like what they put in there. Like we got food poison, both of us at the same time.
Oh,
We stopped by a gas station to put gas. I go in. I literally just before I go in the restroom, I shit in my pants, bro. Like literally shit all over my pants. Like I was wiping my underwear and shit like crazy. My friend goes in, same thing happens to him. He shit his pants too.
Outside of the bathroom?
No, before, like literally in the gas station, like mine is dripping down. Mine is dripping while I'm walking in. And bro, I got diarrhea, I swear to God. It's not my fault. Like,
No, yeah, it was Mike. It was
Ike's fucked me up.
Fuck you, Ike.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
That's
Like,
crazy.
I don't know what meat they put in there. It was like raw meat or some shit. I don't know. But
Definitely not Dogmi Pressure.
if it was the only Pressure, I wouldn't be shitting like that. But bro, I was wiping my ass for 2 hours.
Oh my
Like
God.
the whole napkins were stacked up like that, and then after that, I'm like, bro, I gotta go home straight in the shower.
I feel so bad for the owner. Just have a heart attack.
I told him, I had to let him know. I was like, bro, I ate Ike's.
You notified him that you took
Well,
a
yeah,
disaster.
I don't want him to get a heart attack, so I had to let him know.
Yeah, well, there's always a warning before a natural disaster occurs.
Exactly.
So
That's a true story, bro. That's a true story. Swear to God.
that's insane. What about you?
Me, my story is probably not as crazy as his. Or I can't even think of anything right now, but probably just like talking to a girl and tripping and falling. Like right after.
Man,
Yeah, I can't think of anything right now off the top of my head.
That's rom-com accidents, bro. It's okay. I'm gonna tell you mine, and then
Okay.
you maybe it'll help you.
maybe.
I'm in your department. I'm in the brown UPS dropping off a package department.
Is it similar to my story?
Very similar.
Oh shit.
Very similar. So this is peak COVID. Okay, peak, where people had masks on their eyes and shit. So they had masks in their ears, mouths, everywhere. So this was, I think it was me and my two friends were like, okay, let's go and find somewhere to eat, because California, they were closing and opening, closing, opening. So everything was like Russian roulette. The restaurant was open online, but then it was closed in person, you know? So we went, got some like ice cream. I think I ate something like warm and like solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know that feeling you get where you feel like something spilling in your stomach? Like that warm lava lamp feeling?
Yeah.
It starts like weird, like reaction, and then
Weird.
yeah,
There's a chemical
some-
compound being formed in your stomach.
Something's moving, but you don't know what it is. It's, like,
Exactly.
weird, yeah.
Exactly. So I'm sitting there in a car, and this was like all of us are in there, and you know, in situations like this, there's a fart. And that fart is like a test. You know, it's like, oh, let's see if like you're in danger. So I did like a tuss. Like a really quiet one. It was so quiet, but that shit was so deadly. I knew we were gonna die. We parked at like, I remember specifically, it was on Ventura Boulevard all the way. You know where Thing is? Furley's, Mr. Furley's?
Yeah.
The bar on Ventura Boulevard. So a little bit, couple blocks forward, there's an ice cream place. I forgot, I think it's a Salt and Straw. I don't fucking know. But we stopped there, and then I'm like, hey, yo, my buddy's name was Edwin. I'm like, hey, Edwin. Edwin Petit Saram. And that means like I have to shit. But not like shit. Like I have to snowstorm. Okay? Like brown snowstorm. Okay. Have you seen Oppenheimer? Like that literally bomb going off. My friend's like, bro, let's go to Chipotle. Let's see if they have a door open. Bro, I walked in Chipotle. I didn't even put my hand on the handle. We're closed. I'm like, hold up. And at this point, I'm squeezing my legs. I'm like doing this. They think I'm a cokehead. Like, I'm like, let me just use the restroom, man. So I'm outside. I'm like, bro, I need to shit. I have to shit. So I go in the back of the ice cream place. By the way, I had soft serve vanilla ice cream too. So the heat and the cold are combined together. So now it's TikTok. Like, it's coming out. So I go to the back of the dumpster. And I'm like, at the back of the ice cream shop. And I didn't even, as soon as everything comes out and I'm focused. Like, I can't move. If I move, I get up. I can't even tell if I shat in my pants. Like, as if it was a cup, or I shat outside if it hit the ground. So I'm like this. I'm like, please. And I had green pants on too. So I'm like, I'm just waiting. Bro, I look up, there's a fucking camera looking at me this way. And I'm just like, fuck it, it's COVID. I don't care. They're not gonna pay attention. I put the mask over this side so they don't see. Like, I had my COVID mask this way. I look up, just pure instinct. I look up this way. There's a KCAL9 news truck parked right in front with the satellite dish pointed straight at me. The paranoia is saying they just heard me shit in 3D audio.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, I can't move because it's not stopping. Like, I can't control it. It's like, it's going. Earthquake. It's happening. I'm just like, so I have the store owner who knows that my ass is out. SoCal knows my ass is out. Now I'm waiting. I'm just like, all right, cool. I just scream because I said balls to the wall. Fuck it. Edwin, get me the wet wipes. Like screaming because I had wet wipes in my car. This guy just free throws it to me. I was just there for like 45 minutes wiping away. And I just threw it.
Minutes.
I threw it in the trash. I said, hell, if I end up on the news, I end up on the news. I don't give a fuck.
That's crazy.
I mean,
didn't care.
you go viral. Why not?
Yeah. And then COVID stopped. And I'm like, oh, I wonder why it wasn't the vaccine. It was my shit. Did you come up with anything yet or no? Nothing to that extreme.
Nothing to that extreme. I'm not on that level yet, guys.
So you haven't had any embarrassing moments as a content creator yet?
As a content creator, no, not really. I mean, when actually the first prank we did, we went into Walmart in Burbank, and then we did a fake, what is it? Fake
fainting?
Fake fainting
Oh,
prank.
yeah, that one.
And I fainted, and the guys were like, they're like, yo, you okay? You okay? They went to go get somebody, and I'm like, oh, I'm fine. And he's like, oh, you're a dick, whatever. And
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that's nothing too bad. Yeah.
Have you ever been cussed out like by someone that you did an interview with or no?
So it was like beginning of COVID, and then we would have just hit Hollywood, like the stars, every day. Like, and then it would be to a point where like we would just basically like burn that place out. We get tired of it, and then we stop going, and like it's like too much, just messing with everybody there. And then my friends were daring me, like this is like the times where the whole Armenian thing was starting, and then we were doing the Russian pranks, whatever, like going up like in a group, like messing with people, and this guy had a bottle. It was me, one of my friends, and then his car was parked right next to the Chinese theater. He broke the bottle in the trash can and started chasing us. Like literally chasing us, and me and this guy, like there's no other way. We have to run. Like he's chasing us with a broken bottle, bro.
How many of you are there?
It was the camera guy. I told him to leave, like just go the opposite way.
Yeah.
And well, he was recording to a certain like
Angle.
certain angle till the guy saw, and then he had to, because he would basically chase him, and then we want him to chase us and leave the camera guy alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we had to just book it. Like we just started running. I don't know how far we ran, but I think I lost like 20 pounds that night. Like it was like me and I don't know. It was crazy.
You got chased by a homeless dude. You were trying to.
He was not
interview?
homeless. He was just like a regular white guy with a camera, like acting very like weird.
Where the
but then-
fuck did
I
the
didn't know
bottle
that.
come from?
No, he had a bottle. Like, cause Hollywood, bro, Holly weird. Like everybody's just weird there. Like you can't just look at somebody in Hollywood and say, oh, this guy is a good guy. Like this guy is like he's gonna be chill if I just prank him, cause he might just take out something and you don't even expect it. Like you don't know what's coming, so you have to be ready, bro. Like trust me.
Do you guys actually think about what's the word I'm looking for? Conspiracy theories or no? Am I the only idiot who like looks up like conspiracy theories?
Oh, I do.
Depends.
You do?
Sometimes
Okay.
I'm not really into it too much.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes if they talk about it, I'll talk about it. Okay, I don't know everybody else. I mean, probably there's a lot of people that think like me, but the whole COVID situation, I think, is bullshit.
Oh, here we go.
No, like, seriously. Because first of all, when everybody was at home just hiding behind the curtains, like, and just shitting their pants and scared, I was outside not giving a fuck what's happening. I would still prank everybody with mask on, without mask on, and just do my thing.
Yeah. That was perfect.
And then he coughed. He hasn't coughed the whole interview, dog.
Nah,
That's
Oh,
crazy.
no.
COVID's fake.
no, this is from smoking, but yeah, if you're watching, kids, do not
Don't smoke.
I mean, to me, the way I look at it is like they were like controlling the population this whole time.
Yeah.
And I don't think, I mean, with the whole hospital situation where, let's say, somebody would die because of like cancer, right,
Yeah.
or something else, they would just put them under COVID.
Yeah, they would write it under COVID.
But
Yeah, I
then
remember that.
some families would not take that lightly. Like,
I remember.
you know,
that.
I have people that talked about it and they were pissed, and you know, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna sue this person, whatever.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure that's
why,
happened.
Like, why are you putting my family member under
Yeah.
COVID? It's messed up. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, so I don't know. With the whole thing, I don't really think it's like actual.
That's your thing.
I think COVID is like a strong, how do I say it?
Flu.
Not similar to flu. It's like a strong. Basically, you know, when you catch a cold,
Yeah.
it's like a little bit stronger than that. Basically, it's not really anything.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I
Continue.
had COVID. It wasn't really anything crazy. Like, you know, like knock on wood, I
Yeah.
don't want to get it again. But
Yeah.
Um,
Meanwhile, he coughs on this fucking podcast. He's like, I hope I'll be fine. I'm gonna be
it's
fine.
okay. Just put some sanitizer on the mic.
Oh, I'm throwing that mic away.
Are you serious?
No, I'm joking. Bro. I'm kidding.
Okay, let me cough.
You
on
can take it home. You can take it home.
Yeah, basically, I mean, I had COVID. Like,
Okay.
it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But it's not like, oh, like,
Mine was different. I got hit with COVID and I thought I was gonna die. It was bad. Like I fainted. I hit my head on the fucking door sill and I like cut my shoulder. But I was like butt ass naked sitting on that ottoman, like at like 4 in the morning, drenched in sweat.
where'd you cut your shoulder? Like, how?
So like so I woke up at 3 in the morning and I was like, bro, I'm feeling nauseous. Like nausea woke me up. I can't do nausea. So I wake up. I go to the bathroom and I'm like, am I going to throw up or am I going to piss? Am I going to shit? All 3 of those answers were correct. So like everything was coming up. I'm like, okay, fine. Let me pee. All together. My whole body just said eject. Eject everything out. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm sitting on the toilet. I'm like, okay. I peed shit, but I had to vomit. So I peed shit. It's going. Water fall down there. Again, diarrhea, all that shit. I lean over to my bathtub and just everything's coming out this way. I get up, wipe every hole that I have. I wash my hands. I remember like doing this shit. Bro, dizziness in movies and dizziness in real life are not the same thing. They're not. I'm leaning over the bathtub. I'm like this. I'm in the sink. I'm like this. I'm like, okay, I put water on my face. I'm like, okay, you're good. Looked up. I just leaned this way into my door panel. Gump.
That's crazy.
Right here. And then my shoulder like scraped aside the metal brackets on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, just big scrape this way.
So you basically like just kind of like fainted for a second.
Fainted.
And
I
then-
fully
and then-
fainted. For
Fully.
a second. Yeah, I was gone. I was just...
And then how long did it? And then did somebody come to
My
like?
dad heard something, and then he comes and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he just sees me like on the floor, like underwear. Every single water molecule that was in my body left. So I'm just like, bro. All I said to him was, "Get me lemons, Sprite. That's it." And I'm like, and then he went and got it, and I'm just like, well, I couldn't. COVID hit me twice, and those 2 were.
Yeah, that's normal with the whole like diarrhea and then vomiting and everything. That's normal. Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, bro, that shit was fucking crazy. I think that's all that I have for you guys today. Is there anything that you want to ask me?
What made you? What inspired you to do the whole podcast? Like start a podcast, basically.
I was back in 2017. I was going to CSUN, so I had like a bunch of my friends because I've always done sketch comedy videos from like since I was a kid, and I posted them on my IG, Twitter, and all that stuff. Well, all my friends were like, "You should just start your own podcast. Like, bring someone with you, do your podcast." I'm like, "Nah, whatever, fine. I'm not gonna do that." And then like 4 years go by. This is 4 years continuously of like people like, "You should start your podcast. Couple months, like now we're in 2022 comes around. 2 of my other friends were like, "I think we should start a podcast." I'm like, "Yeah, that would be cool." But then like it was the right time. Cause when time goes on, there are people that you kick it with. They're just like not good for you.
Yeah.
And they're just like, that they fuck up your energy or like they were a
Or like
distraction.
somehow hold you down.
Someone, not in the sense of hold you down, but they could distract you.
Got you. Well, not like how do I say it? Not in a bad way or intentionally.
Yeah.
But they're just like I get what you mean.
They're not as committed as you are. So they could
Exactly.
flake, they could do something, life could happen.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I found like 2 people that I was like, for sure, like they wanted to invest. And then one day, you know that gut feeling you get where you're like, it's the time. That was my gut feeling, was November of last year. I was like, I'm doing it. And I just went, bought all the equipment on the same day. And we just started. It just filmed. We just started filming it. And then people responded well. People knew me from like my sketch comedy videos and all that stuff. And then I'm trying to find them again because, you know, school happens, everything happens.
yeah.
Life happens and you lose them. So I'm trying, like, this is what I wanted to do. I've always wanted to perform. I always wanted to entertain. But did I know that it was going to be here? No. I
mean, you start somewhere.
you start somewhere. You take a shot. This is completely different than what I used to do. I used to come up with characters. I used to film all the time, all that stuff. This is just unedited, unfiltered me. And if people like me and people like the guests who come on, I will find the right audience. As long as I can make one person laugh or one person smile and forget their fucking life, all their problems.
That's all that matters.
That's all I did my job. And that's all I can do, you know? So I hope that kind of answered your question.
Would you ever go back to doing videos or like whatever you used to do
Yeah.
on top
for
of the
sure.
podcast? Like,
yeah, I would. It would just have to be like the idea has to like really get me. And sometimes those skits will find their way on here. They just will. I did like a skit of like being haunted by an Arab ghost, and I did it on the podcast.
That's
like,
funny.
And I was giggling editing it, And if I don't know if you feel this way, if I can laugh at it 3 times and not get tired of it 3 times, it's funny.
It's funny.
If you watch it the first time and you go second time, you're like, it's not funny. So
true.
it's like you're there.
It happens, like, because it's always with you only, like yourself.
Yeah.
You're watching your own video. Let's say you shot the video, it's fresh. You come home, you look at it, you're like, okay, you know what? There was times where I had to rewatch it and then reshoot it again.
Yeah.
And make it better.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't really
It
make
wouldn't
the
hit.
cut. It wouldn't make the cut.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't post it because, I mean, at the certain point, like when you start making content, you kind of want to hit people with every video needs to be crazier than the other one.
Yes.
Because if it keeps like going back to like not being funny or like you
Yeah.
feel like there's something not right, it's not
You'll
gonna,
start flatlining. And then when you start flatlining, you lose interest in what you're doing.
exactly.
And then you're just like, bro, what am I doing? And then that's where a lot of times that inconsistency happens, and then you just fail. You just completely
Exactly.
eat shit nonstop. But yeah, that's one thing that, like, especially as a podcast host, like, you have to be on your game every time. Like, there's same thing with your interviews. You have to go in with the mindset, pick your person, and just, you know, make magic happen.
Yeah, just be confident and just do what you gotta do.
Just do what you got to do. Where can they find you on your socials, both of you?
It's at Rich Nathan with 2 N's at the end.
Okay, on Instagram, TikTok,
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook,
everything.
everything.
Okay.
YouTube.
Vazgen Hopar.
Instagram, TikTok, Lil Eddie Boy, all together.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for coming down today. I had a blast talking with you guys. Did you
Thank
guys
for
have
having
fun?
me.
Yeah,
Of course, of
Thank
course.
you for having us.
Of course, anytime. We're signing off. Take a look at this camera. I'll look at this camera. We're signing off.
Peace.
Bow!